Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Menteri Rangbah ke Jelau Conrad ke Sangma. Hanya kesini ulai kendu iki Rangbah Shnong berper jong ke Rangbah Shalong bat ki kapson ban ngap iki jing Pynsngew jong ki halor ke jing habai kendu bat ke jing don kam ke badon kam haki Shnong jong ki. Ha kini kesini ki Rangbah Shnong ki la Pynsngew iki jing ke baki kendu kum ki jing tuna ke jing bambiang ki street lights haki Shnong ki tau ki nala bat ki lenti ki singkin. Nakaliang Menteri Rangbah haba jubab ikini ki jing ki baki Rangbah Shnong ki la Pynsngew ulong baka sorkar lingba ki tenat paper ke persyang ban pej ki jing ki bagi pat ba ki kendo bat ban penbiang ki ula ban rab da ka baong ba ki haban sedang na hendrai ban ong bakin le lut baro kanong poi she ru hendrai ban sedang khendiat pa khendiat kin don ka jingkerman bakin poi she ka thong habai de bar ki wayar ki bapur Menteri Rangbah ulong baka sorkar kala ekran halor kan di bat kadon ka jing thumu ban sedang na sekretariat Henry Hadin balaya keren bat ki officer kile thu bakani ka project ban tep iki wayar kan shimport da kisnem bat ka jing block kanjur ladakin sedang manle yakani nakalang Conrad ula batha iki officer lingba ka Shalong municipal board ban pej bat ban wengno ya ki katu kan iki wayar ki bam tre kamshu bat kumju ru ban wengno ya ki tu ki post ki balashu klem penan kamshu Habai de bat ki CCTV nakaliang Conrad Sangma ulai thu baka sorkar lingba ka SMB kala jit ya kumbasaw pautam Shnong ban sedang ban pendat CCTV. Ha kaba ki don Shnong ki baladap ha kabai de bat ka jingkerpat jong Shnong ki bahap apo ka maulai ban penbiang ya ki CCTV nakaliang Menteri Rangbah ulai thu baka face ka ban ningkong kalayat bat ki don Shnong ki baklem kan thop lang Henry ha ka ne ka face ka baar kabakan sedang ha ubanai kala lingkot jong snem arajar apun rio baro Shnong ki baklem sha kan thop menta kin sayo ban runglang bat kin sayo ki CCTV habaya de bat ka jing penbiang ye ka Umbam umdi nakaliang Menteri Rangbah ulong baga sorkar ka tre ka kam Henry ka don ka jingja ka baja kum balong menta ha ka ba nakaliang ka jong ulapet hi daladi ka kam bat udan ka jingkerman bamenta ka sngi ka tanat PHE ka laban pendep baron pendat ye ki pipe shu ha ka bay de ba ka jing ai jing bo jing kirang ba Shnong ba ka SMB kan pendap ha kitang ladaja ka jing du ka bane bon sngi Menteri Rangbah ulong ba ka jing ai jing bot kan long ka babiang ha ka ba ula batha yu chief secretary ban penrung ya kan ni hapo ka SOP khnang ba ladaja kum kini gi jingja ban du ka SMB kan pendap e kitang ha ki Shnong tang ban pendap ik jing don kam jong ki ying kisem ha kini kasi Menteri Rangbah ula palat pat ba ya ka city beautification drive da ka basa mi ki check ki Rangbah Shnong bat ki secretary Shnong per kum ju ru kum ka dak ban sedang ya kan di ka program Menteri Rangbah ula airong ya ka jingker ha mauro ka badan hajan ka office jong ka Shnong.
And this is part of Paint My City campaign, where we are encouraging localities to come together and ensure that boundary walls, homes, sidewalks in different areas are painted so that all our cities and towns look beautiful and clean. And this can only happen with the participation of the communities and the people. So I'm here along with our headman, our Rangbah Shnong, Secretary Shnong of Mauro to start this process here, and I encourage all the localities to do the same in different parts of the state. Thank you so much. Shalom, let's start.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Here? Okay, so how do we do this? Which part?
Like you said.
Oh, this one only. And you guys will have to...
Yeah. Give a big hand for
Problem is, I think... But I'm not very good at this, huh?
I've been doing it, sir.
Huh?
I used to do it, sir.
Multitasking.
No, sir. अपना घर में तो वेकेशन में पेंटिंग करना पड़ता है.
But you're supposed to do it in once.
My Rangbah Shnong jail shop number 1. I had raised on many meetings that I had with you, sir, in the secretariat, in another the convention hall, and other places also. Number 1 is the overhead cables that swing on and make our village looking very, very dirty because of those overhead cables, most of which are not functional, or maybe some of them are functional. But we do not know. We have been trying to contact the cable operators, Yes, they responded to our request to come and meet with us, but they never do any positive action to remove those non-functional cable in our locality. So that is number one. And the second one is stray dogs. We have been fighting so hard to make our locality clean, but we find that the stray dogs come and make dirty the entire village. We cannot check those stray dogs because they come from nowhere. We don't know who are the owners. So I would like to request, after we have met many times and have raised the same issue in the previous meetings or so, but I do not see any action taken by the concerned department to take out these stray dogs from our localities. Number three is the River. We have been to the foreign countries and found that a river like Umbam could be transformed into a tourist area where tourists can come and use for boating or any event that they can be managed. But up till now, the Umbam is still very, very dirty. And I would like to request the concerned department to kindly take action.
A lot of challenges in Shillong in general, so we had to start somewhere. So if we started to do everything, we would not be able to do anything, to be very frank. I'm not saying that we've been able to do everything, but I guess we're starting phase by phase, step by step, at least try to, look at the low-hanging fruits and try to improve those in the immediate things. So we thought that cleanliness, the beautification, the painting, the CCTVs, the street lights. So these are the things that we thought that be easier to start with. The cabling is a very, very critical part. I've been thinking about this for the past, in fact, almost 5 years. I'll be very frank with you. And then I was so keen that we should make, at least start with the main Secretariat Hill and make them all underground cabling. And then we were told by all our engineers and everybody that the moment we start doing that, please do expect about 1 year of work. That means that entire construction is to be done and there'll be massive traffic jam and all of these kind of things. So then obviously when you hear traffic, over traffic, because traffic is already a problem. So we said that, look, let's wait for this project. Let's not do it right now. Let's put up the parking lots first. Let's come out with a parking policy. Number 2, let us be more stricter with the overall parking systems. And once we do that, then maybe create alternative routes. So we postponed that particular project. So under this cabling is a complicated project, but I think you have a very good suggestion there, where you said at least the cables which are not being used. So I think that is something that we could start with. So I don't know how we will go about it. We just come out with some plan. Maybe we can take up few localities as pilot projects. Maybe that's a very good suggestion. And at least take out some of the cables that are not working, the poles that are not working. Remember we went to Bara Bazaar and then there were those telephone poles and the electricity poles which are not being used. So we started removing those. So I think similar to that, I think it's a very good suggestion that even if you cannot go full underground cabling, remove the cables that are not being used. Remove the poles that are not being used. So we'll definitely examine that. It's a tough one, let me be very frank. It's not easy. It's easier to paint, it's easier to clean, so therefore we focus on the easier ones. I'll be very frank. We thought that as we move ahead and as we become a stronger team working together, then I thought we'll take up the difficult ones. So this is one difficult one, but I think it'll be easier to remove those. Second, about the dogs, I really don't know. I think Supreme Court had given some order. I don't know if that is how that will be applicable to us. This I'll have to see, because there are a lot of animal lovers also. They'll come out with some some kind of another reaction. So I have to do something in a balanced manner. I totally agree. It's a problem. It's inconvenience for people, and there is obviously some littering also that takes place. Just give us some time to examine this one. This is a new one. I did not hear this last time. I found it new. I think I remember the cables, but anyway, I'll keep that one. I'll keep that one in mind. regarding the river that you said, the cleaning of the Wamukra. So as you know, that process has started. We have started to fence all the locations which are open. Almost about 7 or 8 kilometers of fencing has been created. We are in the process of putting up more. I think maybe Mr. Boro can give a bit more detailed report on that. I don't have all the programs.
Citizens Rangbah who are here, we have already notified the parking policy in the urban areas, especially in Bora Bazar. Construction ongoing. One is education department, SD office, I think in Maukar. Almost, I think, completed that parking. And one is municipal. Also, there will be a parking space we have already created there. And off-street parking, on-street parking, we have already identified. Rangbah Shnong also there. Now they are on the job, sir. Rangbah Shnong, they have notified only the parking space. And they are collecting the revenue from their side. Share is 80-20. Rangbah Shnong, they'll get 80%.
Borosar, just so that we come in stronger enforcement to be done by the police, so that the parking, so while we create parking lots, because I understand that you have to give the alternative also. So while you do that, but at least some kind of a stricter presence of enforcement, agencies and police, especially traffic, to ensure that footpaths are not being covered by parking. That's the concern.
Constitute the zonal task force. I will send the zonal task force of that particular area to go inspect and publish the report. Accordingly, action will be taken.
Yeah. So can you just
7 zones called the zonal task force related to urban parking policy. I am in charge of the entire Maulai area, and I'm grateful for the support that has been extended by all the Rangbah Shnongs and the Maulai area. My colleague, Shri Gautam Warjri, is in charge of Lomdingri, and I would humbly request the Rangbah Shnong of areas under Lomdingri police station to kindly take up the matter with the concerned sector magistrate, and the sector magistrate together with the sector police officer will conduct an immediate inspection. In fact, after this meeting, I will personally call him and apprise him of this issue that has been flagged by one of our Rangbah Shnongs, respected Rangbah Shnongs, for Maukar area. So we have 7 magistrates in charge of different localities, but these has been grouped as per police station, and our citizens would be happy to know that we have already started the pilot project. We are grateful to our Honorable Chief Minister. Through his support, we have been able to start, and where we are also generating revenue for the Rangbah Shnong so as to enable them to pay our volunteers. I'll give you just a very small example of Mauro, where we live, the locality here where there is haphazard parking, particularly on the weekends. Now that a number of restaurants have come up, a number of eateries that have come up, on a weekend there is haphazard parking. But thanks to the initiative taken by the Rangbah Shnong, together with the zonal task force, we have already earmarked areas where you can park your vehicles. And should you park your vehicles in area which you're not supposed to park, a fine would be imposed. So, sir, that is the initiative that has been taken by the zonal task force of the different localities.
So, thank you so much. This is really, we are very happy to have you here with us. But one question, sir. Is the government of the day identifying some source of water if the crisis like we are facing these 7 days, where only one source of water, if that problem comes, even the shop, in many localities, they have to close because there is no water. So I want to ask the government of the day, do they are prepared or identify any alternative source of water if this crisis comes, so that the public at large will not have a problem? This is a small actually suggestion and question.
Yeah, in fact, I have been monitoring the situation for the last 4 or 5 days myself, just so that everybody is aware about what happened. So these are basically the normal pipelines that are feeding the entire or most part of Shillong. And during this construction, which we only have been pushing very hard, NHIDCL, that they have to finish it within the next 2 months, at least Umshirpi up to the 7th mile section. So during that construction phase, they damaged the pipes that were bringing water to Shillong. And if you must have seen it right after the that military 101 area, just ahead before you go into that the walk that Rotendro that walk is there, the trek is there. So in that zone, you must have seen a lot of water being flowing. That's because the pipes were damaged. We have taken up with NHIDCL about this damage that they've done, but we had to completely change all those pipes. It was a massive exercise, and they worked almost 24/7 for the last 4 or 5 days. And it's almost under completion. I'm expecting today, hopefully today, it should be completely restored. And I do apologize to people for the inconvenience that is caused. But it was really something that we really didn't have a choice, as mentioned by Pa David, that there is actually no alternative as of now. Now, the second part of the question is creating an alternative is also not so simple. This is a massive, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of crores have been invested in this particular water source. But what we've been doing in the last 5 years especially is that we have been also trying to identify local sources in different local localities. So we are creating backups, not in general for everyone, but local springs and local streams that are there. Wherever it's possible, we're trying to create alternative sources locality-wise. So this is being done in many of the localities. I don't have the list with me right now, but many of the localities, they brought this up themselves to me, proposals, and wherever this was brought, we have supported and helped them to create alternative sources. So is there going to be a backup source for the whole of Shillong? That may not be possible because it's just too big a project. We'll run with thousands of crores. We can't do it right now. But what we can do is, locality-wise, wherever you feel, the Rangbah Shnongs can take initiative. If you feel that there is a local source, in times of difficulty, the water can be stored and kept in the tank, and at least people can come in and take in buckets or whatever it is. We can do that backup, and that we can do locality-wise. These are smaller projects, depending on the size, 30, 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs of project, which we can work locality to locality. So that's the only thing we can do. Another thing which we have been focusing on, just to share with you, for the Greater Shillong Water Supply Scheme, as you all know that now, after 17 long years, finally the water is now reaching all the different tankers and the different reservoirs as it is supposed to. We had a huge problem because of land acquisition and a lot of local problems earlier. I don't want to go into details. But now, more or less, we are seeing that the overall the water supply scheme that was meant to be implemented, as I said, about 14, 17 years back, finally is actually being implemented in almost complete. It's been completed and it's been functioning now. And a lot of damage also was done in the Moplang Dam. That also is under repair. A lot of issues we had with this, also the sources. I want to share this with you also, that if you're aware, last year I had taken a trek up the Upper Shillong, this forest area, Umja side. So the stream out there which feeds some of the localities in Shillong, we have in fact identified through technology using radar, drones and also satellite imaging, the flow of the water. And we have created dams and reservoirs to slow the flow of the water and also to save the water so that we can keep the water for the people so that they can use it. So these kind of projects are now being replicated in all the different catchment areas along this entire Upper Shillong forest area and entire Umbam, the river basin and the whole Moplang area. So all of this is being done to strengthen the overall water supply. But to answer your question in short, no, there is no backup as such for the Greater Shillong water supply, simply because it's so big that it's going to cost huge amounts for us to do it.
If this crisis is happening every now and then, let the municipal fill by tanker to the, to every locality, we have a tanker there. so that there will be not much problem. So I remember last time also, which month I didn't remember, but they came. They supply to the tanker every locality.
Okay.
So that is one thing. And one thing also, we have one project in our locality, which is a PhD project, which is completed and water is there, but they say they are moving for the another fund to supply to the houses and to the municipal tanker.
Okay.
So that is I just talked with your chief engineer. He said that he moved to the government to get the sanction, but the work is completed, sir. If
Let me find out. I'm not. If anybody from
water is there, but up till now we have not yet.
So it has not been activated.
Not activated, and
Okay. I'll find out. If there's something that we have to do from the government side, let us know. Just note that down.
yeah, please. This
I'll look into this. This I'll personally look into.
What the most important is.
Officer concerned, geodatum is only on the list.
As directors mentioned, your locality is already in the first 45 list.
Okay.
I mentioned just now that out of the 45, 25 have been completed.
Okay.
So the 20 not completed is one is your locality. So just give us few days, we will complete those also. So it's happening.
Okay.
Yeah. 25 are done. Like today we've inaugurated Mauro.
Yeah.
Like that we will come inaugurate your CCTVs. It will be done. It's in the list.
Okay.
And regarding the tanker, I think it's a very good point. We can, always when this kind of situation comes, I think CS can take a note that whenever this kind of disruption in water supply is ever going to happen, God forbid, I hope it doesn't happen, but if it does happen in the future, then there must be a joint meeting between the PHE and the municipal and maybe water resource and others, and the DC of course, to jointly discuss about how to minimize the inconvenience to the people and ensure that there's a system in place that gets activated automatically when there's going to be a shutdown. So when there's shutdown, then how do we ensure that localities will get the water supply? And then we can have a small meeting with the localities in Rangbah, Shnong, so maybe the WhatsApp group, they can mention that this is the timing of the tankers, and we can minimize. We can't give enough, but at least we can give the basics. So I think it's a very good suggestion. We can come up with a small SOP, so that in the future, these kind of things happen automatically, without anybody having to say that can't we do this. So let this be. So basically, yeah. So if you recall, about 2 years back, we had started a process of identifying land, government lands that were not being used in a productive way or any way, and then identifying them and seeing how we could, bring out more, value in terms of parking spaces, or any kind of commercial spaces that have come out. So in that exercise, some MECL plots came out, some plots that belonged to the forest department came out. This particular park also was there. I don't know if you know this or not, but actually there was, for a namesake, it was a park, but there was all garbage inside. It was full of garbage, so many things lying inside there. It was really badly managed. Yeah, and obviously it was unutilized. So what we decided was that since we need to create this entire space where polo area, we have got to create vending zones. We need to create parking lots. So then we decided that since that whole development of polo is taking place, we have very limited government land, and so that was one of the government lands we had. So we decided that we're going to convert that into vending zones as well as for car parking, so that that whole area of polo can have some space. Otherwise, we have no space. Today, if government wants to put parking, there is no space at all. There is absolutely no space for parking. Tomorrow when I want to bring the vendors who are on the streets there and give them space, I have no space at all. So in fact, that was the only space that came out that belonged to the government that was there. And as I said, it was not utilized, it was not maintained, it was nothing. So it's right next to that the hotel, Majestic Hotel, and what's that, a mandir. There's a mandir there, I don't know what mandir. Mantri Mandal. And Mandir, and then Majestic. So it's right in between that. It's a long rectangle shape. I know that one. So that was the issue. So we have no choice actually, because we need to create vending zones, and that is going to be one of the very important vending zones for us. So all the people, where do we take it? now I have double headache. What do I do? So I need to do this also, I need to do this also. So I'm balancing. So that's the only way to do it. There's no other way, there's no other space. So we really are trying to create because ultimately when the whole of the polo zone becomes, hopefully one day we are working very hard, it's still at that negotiation stage, we'll be able to really clean up and because I really want to keep that front space open. As we move forward, hopefully we'll be able to convince the people out there, take the shops inside. I hope we'll be able to create an open space in that area. So we don't want cars to be parked. They want people to be able to walk around, sit there, bench, some maybe food stalls, obviously regulated, stuff like that. So then in that case, where do we take the vendors? Where do we take the parking? So that's what it is.